Preflight inspections help us fly with safety and confidence. Let's jump right in as Mike Masterson performs a detailed routine inspection with Jon Thornburgh before Jon's first powered paragliding flight.
Okay, Jon, we're going to pre-flight this machine, and we're going to make sure that everything's good on it before our flight today. So let's go back here and start with the top of the machine. Come on over here with me. This particular one is a 14 horsepower engine, and it has only 4 bolts. They hold it on real well.
So you have to order the prop, the difference with 6 or 4.
Yes, each prop is specific to each motor unit. This propeller could not work on my tandem unit because this has a certain pitch and length that's designed for this engine. If you were to put my tandem propeller on this, for one thing, these holes wouldn't work. These vents open because when I transported this machine, I didn't close the vents. So I'm assuming that the vents are still open, and they are. And if your T-handle is sideways, that means your vent is shut. That's for transport. But when you want to fly, you turn your handle parallel with your fuel line, and what that does is that allows your vent to flow. Okay, let's go around to the front and we'll inspect the harness area. What we've got here on the harness, let's work our way from top to bottom. Part of glider training is learning the names of all the various parts. On this riser, you've got the A's, which are attached to the leading edge. If you look back at the glider, there are cells that each one of those openings allows air to enter and cross-fill, and so your A riser is attached through this metal quick link to your A lines, and it goes to your leading edge. Because someone could conceivably try to sell a used glider on the internet, and that line set could have been wrapped up in a prop hub, and these lines could have been damaged and distorted, stretched out, could have sheathing damage. Also, you'd see grease marks. If these lines had been wrapped up in a propeller hub, you would probably see grease marks or discoloration. This has a speed system but no trimmers. So when I hold these metal quick links up, I expect them to be equal, and they are. Now, when you operate a speed system, that's going to bring the A's down lower than the B's and C's and D's, so then you have a lower angle of attack. So in this case, let's look at this one. Okay, let's go around and examine the cells of the glider and placards and warning labels and things like that. Looking for the condition of the fabric, and we're also, as long as we're back here, there's a suspect glider. Once again, something that you bought off the internet and you don't know how it was treated before. You'd want to check the integrity of every attachment point. And that would take a long time. Most people don't do that before every single motor flight. But if something bad has happened to the glider, you loaned it to somebody and they went out and had a crash, landed in the bushes and were pulling on things, and they possibly could have broke lines, you would want to check every attachment point. So these attachment points look good. Your eyes will get faster as you learn more of this stuff. You'll be able to scan the glider quickly for any problems. If you saw a loop. Now we're working our way down to the placard. The placard contains information about the glider manufacturer and the weight range and the DHV or DULV rating. This placard to see how this wing is rated, if it's got a DHV rating. This glider is a DHV1, and the DHV rating tells you the passive safety of the glider. And this being a DHV1 glider, it tells you that this glider will spontaneously open back up without you doing anything to the brakes before it turns more than 90 degrees of flight path. Now, higher DHV ratings, some gliders are rated DHV 1-2. That glider is going to be a little bit more demanding to fly. It won't recover as quickly from a collapse as a DHV 1 glider. Now, as you go higher on the DHV, a DHV 2 glider is somewhat more demanding, and actually on this machine here, we've attached a radio to it, and we check to make sure that our radio is, I've put a safety,
as well as pilot items. This provides us confidence in our aircraft and a higher level of safety while flying.
Full throttle, keep running, now run it out, straighten your back and run, 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 good. Very nice, very nice. Okay, go ahead and climb out, and we'll wait to have you get in your seat until you get a little bit higher. Go ahead and fly down the coastline. Once you get on the edge of the water, make a right turn and fly down the coastline. And we're going to have you keep climbing as you